G'day guys and welcome back to ADOS the Great YouTube channel. So guys, in today's video we're finally doing the AFL ladder predictor for 2022. So what I've done is I've jumped onto SQUIGGLE, I think it's SQUIGGLE, something like that, and I'm going to give you my AFL ladder predictions. So I'm literally going to do it round by round. So if you get bored you can skip to the end, but if you want to know how each team got into which position, then please do watch the video. Don't hate on me. These are just my opinions, guys. We've all got our opinions, and everybody's predictions are going to differ slightly. So yes, guys, we will do the ladder prediction and the finals prediction. I'm super excited for this, guys. Let's get into the video. I've got my Christmas hat on. I've got my Eagles shirt on, but I promise I will not be biased. I'll say this before we get into it. While the Eagles have a very easy, fairly easy fixture, I still don't think they are going to make finals in 2022. There's just too many good teams ahead of them, in my opinion. But hey, you never know. Once I do my predictions, they might slide up in there. I don't think so though, but we're going to jump into the video, guys. I hope you enjoy. Please do hit that like button and subscribe, guys. It'll mean the absolute world to me. Trying to hit 1,000 subs by the end of the year, and I'll try and have a lot more AFL content on the channel next year. So here we go, guys. Let's get into it. I'll see you in the video. Alright, guys, and we are here. Oh, am I excited for this. Alright, so I don't know how all this is going to unfold. I'm just going to do it game by game, and we're starting off with a grand final rematch. At the G, I'm actually going to tip the Ds by 5. I think the Demons will get a good win there to start the season. I'm going to tip Richmond to have a bounce back year. You know, they're going to want to get a good win in round 1. I'm going to tip them by 15. I was going to say 14, but we hit 15, so that's all good. 24-point win for St Kilda. We're going to go a 19-point win for the Cats. I'm going to go a 2-point win for the Giants. I'm going to go a 4-point win for the Lions at the Gabba. Hawthorne ended the season very well. I think they're going to start it fairly well, even though North Melbourne got the first pick. I'm going to back Freo by 10 here. I'm going to tip my Eagles to win this first game. I know we lost to the Suns in round 1 last year, but I'm backing the Eagles by 24 in the first game. So, guys, we've got the ladder after one round. I'm not going to do these sort of little previews after every round, but this is the top 8 after one round of footy. Next up, I'm tipping the Bulldogs by a 21-point margin here. I think we'll see a bounce back from Sydney here. Let's tip them by 6. Try to say 7, but that's all good. I'm actually going to tip Adelaide by 3 here. I think they're gonna get a good win there over Collingwood. Essendon and Brisbane, I'm going to see a 15-point win there by the Lions. Port Adelaide, I reckon 15-point win there. Melbourne will put about 40-odd points on the Suns. Sorry about the vibrations there. I will take that off so it doesn't go again. West Coast, I think, will back it up with another big win over North Melbourne. I know they didn't play well against the Kangaroos this year, but they will back it up there. They've got the team to do it. I'm going to tip probably an upset here. Tip Richmond to beat the Giants. And at Optus, I'm actually going to tip Freo by 5. Then we've got the Western Bulldogs. I think they'll continue their winning ways in round 3. Easy win there. D's, I think, will beat Essendon. Port Adelaide will beat Adelaide. I'm going to back the Giants here. I think they'll win quite comfortably. Then we've got Collingwood. Why has that skipped some? Has it skipped some? I feel like that skipped some. I don't know, but we'll get back to it. All right, Collingwood against Geelong. Geelong will win that. Lions will beat North Melbourne. Then we will have, I'm going to back Carlton here. I think they'll get the job done. We've got St Kilda versus Richmond. I think the Saints will get the win there. I'm going to tip against my Eagles in this one. I think Freo will actually beat them here. Then we've got Port Adelaide against Melbourne. Very good clash. Tipping Melbourne here. I think the Cats will win that one. Then we will have the Sydney Swans against North Melbourne. Sydney will win that quite easily. I'm going to back the Eagles in a closer one here. Richmond, I'm going to back the Bulldogs there. Freo and GWS. I'm going to back GWS in that one. Adelaide against Essendon. I think Essendon will get the job done there. St Kilda should beat Hawthorne, although I think Hawthorne will have a pretty decent year this year. I think Carlton will put on a pretty good effort against the Suns. The Lions, very easy win over Collingwood. Then we will have the Bulldogs with an easy win there. I think we'll see Sydney get up over West Coast. Very easy win there for St Kilda. Moving forward, we will see Richmond. Yep, I'm happy with that. D's up again. Port Adelaide with another win. I think we're going to see Fremantle get a win here over Essendon. Then we have, I'm going to tip Hawthorne by 3 here. I think we'll see a few upsets next year, so don't hate me on this. But yeah, I'm backing Hawthorne in that one. Then we've got GWS against the Saints. I think GWS get the job done there. Western Bulldogs against Adelaide. Easy wins there. Port Adelaide will win that one. Fremantle against Carlton. Gonna back Freo. I think they'll get the job done. Geelong, easy win there. Lions, easy win there. I'm gonna back Melbourne. I think Melbourne will get the job done there. Sydney to win that one. Essendon heavily will win that one. West Coast and Richmond. Gonna back the Tigers. I think they'll get the job done there. I don't know. It's going to be tough. But yeah, I think Tigers win that one. Freo, I'm going to tip the Cats there. Giants here. Melbourne there. I think Hawthorne will surprise some people next year for some games. St Kilda against Port Adelaide. I'm going to back Power. Carlton, I think, will beat the Roos. Collingwood against Gold Coast. Going to back Collingwood in a close one. Western Bulldogs versus Essendon. I think the Bulldogs win that one quite comfortably. Then we'll have Sydney get up over the Lions. I'm going to back Port Adelaide here, just by 2. Freo, a pretty easy win there for them. Richmond, actually, probably a bigger win than that. Sydney will beat the Suns. I'm going for the Cats there, but I don't know. I think I'm going to back Essendon at the Gabba. West Coast actually do tend to play fairly well at the Gabba, but I'm going to tip the Lions in a close one. Melbourne versus St Kilda. Melbourne will continue their winning ways. I think it'll be a while before they lose their first game. Then we have Adelaide against Carlton. I think we'll see Carlton get a win there. Western Bulldogs fairly easily there. I think I'm going to tip Hawthorne to beat Richmond here. Port Adelaide will get a good win there. St Kilda, I'm going to back in a close one. Sydney to beat Essendon. The Lions, easy win there. Freo, I think, will win that one, but not by a lot. GWS versus Carlton. GWS at home there. I don't think the Eagles are going to match Melbourne here, and Melbourne continue their winning ways. Sydney to beat Carlton. At home, I think Cats win that. GWS and West Coast. I'm going to back GWS here. Hawthorne against Brisbane. I'm going to back Brisbane, but I think it'll be closer than a lot of people expect. Easy win for the Ds. Richmond against Essendon. I'm going to back Richmond. They have a pretty good game there. Then I'm going... easy win there. St Kilda win that one. Essendon, Fremantle win that one. See, I think Fremantle are going to surprise a lot of people this year. And that hurts me to say as an Eagles supporter. All right, Brisbane Lions, I'm going to tip there. Carlton, I'm going to back in this one. Then we're going to go Geelong. I think Melbourne will win that one. St Kilda to win that one. I'm going to back Sydney in that one. I reckon Hawthorne will get a pretty decent win there. Port Adelaide over Essendon. Doggies beating West Coast. Hawthorne and Collingwood. I think Hawthorne win that. I'm pretty confident with that one. Same with that. I think this one will be close. I think I'm going to back Adelaide here. West Coast fans are going to come at me because I'm absolutely grilling the Eagles in this one, but I think the Eagles are going to struggle next year. I hate to say it, but I do. I just want to be honest with you guys. I don't want to say, yeah, West Coast are going to make the top 4. I think that's very unlikely. Gold Coast versus North Melbourne. I think Gold Coast should win that at home. I'm gonna put back them there. I'm going to back Freo to upset the Lions in this one, but the Lions to bounce back against the Saints. Melbourne, easy win there. Essendon to beat Carlton. Who else have we got here? GWS, easy win. I'm going to back Port Adelaide in what could end up being an upset. I don't know. Freo by... I'm actually going to tip an upset here. I'm going to tip Hawthorne to win that one. Gold Coast versus Adelaide at home. I reckon Gold Coast get their second win. GWS against the Bulldogs. I think Bulldogs are going to put some points on a few good teams next year. Richmond get a win there. St Kilda get a win there. Port Adelaide and Sydney. It's going to be close, but at home I've got Port Adelaide winning that. West Coast are going to surprise some people with... I think they're going to get some big wins, but it's not going to amount to much at the end of the day. I'm going to back Carlton at home in this one, in a close one. GWS there. Obviously, the best teams can't win week in, week out. I think Melbourne are going to have a really good run, though. As you can see, 13 straight. There probably are teams that are going to stop them, but I think they're going to have a good season next year. I think down the end of the season, they will lose a few games, but from here, I'm pretty happy with how I've got them. Probably going to back the Lions there. Actually, no, I'm going to back Melbourne. Reason being is I think at home, Melbourne are going to dominate. I'm going to back North Melbourne to get a win because I don't think they're going to go this whole season without a win. Sydney, I think, will dominate St Kilda. Western Bulldogs, a big win there. Port Adelaide, big win. West Coast at home, I think, will get a win there. Brisbane Lions against the Bulldogs. I think the Doggies will get up here. Carlton against St Kilda. I think Carlton. I'm going to back Carlton in that one. Essendon and Sydney. I'm going to back Essendon. Geelong against North Melbourne. That's an easy win there. This will be a good game, I reckon. It's battle of the bottom. At home, I think you could probably say Gold Coast in a close one. GWS against Hawthorne. Going to back the Giants in a close one. Richmond, I'm going to back here. That's easy. Back in Melbourne there. Fremantle against Port Adelaide. Again, I'm going to back the underdogs there and say Fremantle will get a win at home. Lions, I've got them winning that one. Collingwood against North Melbourne, another tough one, but I'm going to back the Pies. Geelong against Melbourne. This is one I think Melbourne will lose. Gold Coast and Richmond win that. Hawthorne versus Adelaide. I'm going to put Hawthorne up by a bit here. All right, we're down to the business end. It's looking fairly similar to this year, so we'll see how it all pans out. I've got Freo getting a pretty good win there. Back in the Swans to get an upset win down the end of the season. Port Adelaide, an easy win there. I'm going to back West Coast at home with a win over Carlton. Then I'm back in Geelong here. Essendon Gold Coast. I think Essendon win that one quite comfortably. GWS versus the Lions. Going to back the Giants there. I'm going to back Hawthorne by 8 in that one. Richmond get a win there. St Kilda, Bulldogs. I think Adelaide win that one. Melbourne and Port Adelaide at home. Well, at Traeger Park, I'm going to back Melbourne. Freo, another close game. Lions, dominating performance there. Carlton versus GWS. I'm going to have an upset here. I'm going to say Carlton win that one. Essendon to beat Collingwood there. Melbourne against North Melbourne against Hawthorne. I'm going to say Hawthorne get a good win there. Richmond against Freo at home. I'm back in Richmond. Then we've got Sydney versus Adelaide. It's easy. Sydney wins that. I'm going to back the Bulldogs in this one. Then I'm going to back at home. I think Port Adelaide get the job done. At home, I think West Coast get the job done against St Kilda. Collingwood versus Port Adelaide. Going to back the Power. Essendon with an easy win there. Geelong against the Dogs. I'm going to back Geelong. West Coast, another big win. Richmond over the Lions, I think may happen late in the year. St Kilda against Hawthorne. I'm going to back the Saints. Sydney GWS, come close to finals time. I reckon Sydney are going to want to lock in a final spot. Going to tip Adelaide in an upset here. Freo against the D's. I don't see the D's losing this one late in the season. So I'm backing Melbourne. Brisbane, easy win over the, I think that would be a Carlton. Cats, pretty easy win there. GWS, I think they'll beat the Bombers. Going to back Hawthorne by 25 here. Melbourne against Collingwood, easy win for Melbourne. North Melbourne against Sydney. Sydney win that one. Bulldogs beat Fremantle. Port Adelaide, I'm going to tip to beat Richmond. West Coast, I think, will beat Adelaide at home. Essendon against Port Adelaide. I'm going to tip an upset here for Essendon. But I think finals is pretty much out of the question in 2022 for the Bombers. I'm sorry, Bombers fans, you're going to hate me. Then we've got an easy win there for the Cats. Melbourne, poor on the points against Carlton. Richmond, fairly easy win there. Lions, notch up a pretty simple win there. 40-point win for the Swans. Got the Bulldogs winning this one. I've got Adelaide putting on the points here. Freo beat West Coast in the first game. I'm going to back West Coast in a close one for this one. Lions against Melbourne. I think the Lions win this. Going to go by 4 points. Lions to win that one. All right. Carlton versus Collingwood. I think Carlton get the win there. Essendon, I'm going to back by a bit here. I think they'll get the job done late in the season. Geelong and West Coast, I don't see the Eagles winning too many more here. We'll go a close one, but yeah, I don't see too many more wins for the Eagles. GWS and Fremantle. I think GWS jump Fremantle here. Hawthorne against Western Bulldogs. I think it'll be fairly close, but the Bulldogs win that. Going to back North Melbourne here. This one, St Kilda versus Sydney. Backing the Swans to have a pretty big win there. Port Adelaide, easy win. And here we go, guys. Wow, I didn't think this is it. I thought Freo I'd have in the top 8, so that's a bit of a shock to me. Could definitely happen, but yeah, I don't know. West Coast obviously missed the finals. Essendon, I'm sorry, Bombers fans, but you guys have somewhat of a difficult fixture this year, so I think we'll see some improvement from Hawthorne. Carlton will be around that, 9 to 13 position. I'm happy to lock that in. St Kilda is one of the bigger drops. Now, this one I'm probably going to get a lot of hate for, but I think they've got a pretty tough run in 2022 as well. And then Adelaide, Gold Coast, Magpies, and North Melbourne, I think are pretty good where they are there. So we've got Melbourne take on Sydney in qualifying final 1. Western Bulldogs against Geelong in the second qualifying final. Elimination final 1. Port Adelaide against GWS, and the Lions take on Richmond. So I've got Melbourne and Bulldogs winning to start things off. Then I've got Port Adelaide and Brisbane winning. So we see a few changes to last year's, but still very similar. Like the final 6 are pretty similar to what last year's was. GWS were ironically in this one and Sydney were out. So we've pretty much got the same sort of lineups here. I think at home, Sydney get the win there. I'm going to back the Lions to upset the Cats in that one. So we've got, in the preliminary final, number 1, we've got Melbourne against the Brisbane Lions. Now this one, I'm going to back the Lions. I think the Lions are going to surprise a few people in the later stages of 2022. I think finals footy is going to be good for the Lions next year. You know, a lot of their players are reaching, you know, their peak. It's we don't know what's happening with Lachie Neale, so I think the Lions are going to really want to make that push, and I think they'll make the grand final in 2022. And finally, I'm going to back the Doggies to get back into the grand final. So we've got a Brisbane Lions against Western Bulldogs grand final. And at Melbourne, I've got the Dogs winning it there. Western Bulldogs are my team to win the grand final in 2022. This is my ladder. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you all so much for watching. And as always, guys, I will see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.